Okay, so we're going to be learning about multiplying a two-digit by one-digit number. So my friends who have their graph paper math journal, not you guys on the floor, but my friends who have their graph paper math journal, I want you to title this Multiplying Two-digit or two by one. Okay, multiplying two by one. Now yesterday we talked about what that meant. Okay? Yes, Natasha, what does that mean, a two by one? Right, so we're going to be multiplying a two-digit number by a one-digit number. So something like 12 times 3 would be a two-digit times a one-digit because 12 has two digits in it, okay? Now, we're going to use something called the box method. Now, this method is completely different than how I was taught in school and how your parents were taught in school, okay? Sometimes you'll hear it referred to as the area model, okay? So there's two names, the box method or the area model, okay? I normally call it the box method because you make a box, but it's the same thing. Your parents were not taught this way in school. I was not taught this way in school. So your parents, when you go to show them how to do this, they're not going to know how to do it, okay? And they might get frustrated, okay? That's why we're making these videos so that they can see how to do it. You can also teach them. So for a couple of days, you're going to be smarter than they are. Okay? So let's start off by looking at something like this. 63 times 4. Write that equation down. 63 times 4. Now yesterday I know my class talked about estimating, finding the estimate number. Okay? You always want to find your estimate first. Why do I want to estimate first? Why might I want to do that? Yes. Right. Right. I want to get a number that's close to my answer so that when I find the actual answer, Carmela, then I will know, like, oh, if it's close to my estimate, I'm probably right. Okay? So when we are finding the estimation for this one, I'm going to round the 63 to the greatest place value. Now, what is 63 rounded to the greatest place value? I'm rounding it to the greatest place value. Chase? It is 60, right. So watch what I do here. I'm going to put 60, and I'm going to put times 4. You do that as well. Who can walk us through the trick of multiplying by multiples of 10? Melody, walk me through it. 6 times 4 equals what? 24. Okay, and then where am I getting that 0 from? Can the 4 give me a 0? No. Okay, so my estimated answer is 240. That is not my actual answer. That's just my estimation. Okay? So I'm going to box that in so that way I know that that's my estimation. It's not my actual answer. Okay, Gabriella? Okay? Now, now, this is where it's going to start to look like a box. This is why I call it the box method, okay? You're going to draw a box, and it doesn't need to be very big. Just draw a box. Now, we're going to be writing numbers in this box. You don't want to make it so small that you can't write in it. But it doesn't need to be the whole page. Does that make sense? Because if you do this right, you should be able to do a couple per page. Now, so the first thing you need to do when multiplying using the box method is you got to draw a box. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to look at your two-digit number. Now, Nathan, my two-digit number is 63, right? Well, I have to write that number in expanded form, and that's going to go across the top. Now, I want you to watch something first before you do it. I'm going to write 60 here. Notice it's not in the center of the box. Okay, you write it. Then I'm going to draw a line. Now watch where I draw this line because it's not going in the center. It's going to go off to the side a little bit. Like that. And then I'm going to put a 4 on top of that little box there that I made. So 60 goes with this box and 4 goes with this box. Why do you think I made the 60 box bigger than the 4 box? Why? Why, Rohan? Why do you think I made that box bigger? It's the larger number, okay? Since it's the larger number, it deserves the bigger box. Okay? So, wait. Did I put a 4 here? I meant to put a 3 there because it's 63, not 64. Miss Lawton. But it's okay. But you know what? We all make mistakes. That's why pencils have erasers. So we're putting 3 on top, right?
You can use the pencil.
All right. So what you do, the first step is to draw your box and then write your two-digit number in expanded form, just like what we did there. The bigger number, the 60, will get the bigger box, and then the 3 will get the smaller box. Now, these are being multiplied by 4, right?
Yeah.
So the 4 is going to go out here on this side. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, the 4 can go on either side. It can go on this side, or it can go on the other side, the opposite side. It really doesn't matter, okay? But I always put it on the left-hand side because we read left to right, okay? Like these numbers right here could technically be on the bottom. It doesn't really matter, okay? But I always put it across the top because it's easier to read. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply. This is very simple, okay? And you're going to pick up on it real quick. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 4 here, and I'm going to multiply it with the 60. So the equation is going to be 60 times 4 for this first box right here. Okay, so somewhere near that box, put 60 times 4. Don't put it so that the whole space inside the box is taken up by it. Just a little bit. So who knows what 60 times 4 is? Think about the trick that we did. Eli? Okay, yeah, the 6 times 4 is 24, but is there a 0? Where is it coming from? The 60, very good. Okay? If you're going to make a mistake on the box method, it's going to be not adding enough zeros. Okay? Now, the next thing you're going to do, you put the 240 inside that box. You're going to do 4 times 3. So then what's 4 times 3? 12. Okay. Write that down. So then to find the answer to 63 times 4, all I would have to do now is take the two numbers that are inside this box, this 240 and this 12, and add them together. And then don't forget to circle it. Yes. Yes, do you remember when we were talking about the trick and I said that if you can do this, multiplication is easy? Okay? So now let's compare that 252 back to our estimation of 240. Is it close? Yes. So our answer 252 is probably correct, and it is. Okay? All right, let's look at another one. So the people on the floor can erase. People at the desks can draw a line underneath it or go to the next page if you need to. All right, mathematicians. You are now officially smarter than your parents for just a couple of days. Okay? In math it is. All right, you ready? Here's the next one. 17 times 6. All right. You have a minute. Find the estimation. Find the estimation. Yes. Just estimate. No, just do the estimation. Nope. All right, walk me through it. Walk me through it. Walk me through it. Chloe? Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay, now walk me through the estimation now. Okay. Very good. And then we're going to box that in. Okay? Because that's our estimation. And we're going to check that after we get our actual answer. All right, so now let's work on getting our actual answer using the area model or the box method. It's the same thing, just different names, okay? All right, so draw your box. Now, we need to write 17 in expanded form across the top. So if I write 17 in expanded form, that would be what? 10 plus 7, right? Which one's the bigger number, the 10 or the 7?
10.
The 10. So the 10's going to get the bigger box, okay? So I'm just going to draw a line down here like so. And then I'm going to put 10 here plus 7. And 7 goes on the smaller box. Okay? And then I'm going to put the 6 that I'm multiplying out here on the side to show that I'm multiplying by that number. Is anybody confused as to how to label this? You want to make sure you're labeling your box correctly, because if you don't, it's going to mess it up. Right, Nathan?
How much is there in the bottom?
Oh, I didn't. I just threw a line. I didn't put their count. All right, so you can though if you wanted to, but I didn't.
It's easier.
Now here we go. We're gonna do 6 times 10. So that first equation there for that first box is 6 times 10. Now what is 6 times 10?
60.
60. You did the 6 times 1, which gave you 6, a 0 from the 10. Can the 6 give a 0 here? No. So the answer is just 60. Okay? Now I'm going to do 6 times 7. 6 times 7. What is that? 42. Isn't it important to know your multiplication facts? Yeah. Now, I add those two numbers up, 60 and the 42. All right. I got 102. Did y'all get 102? All right, let's check it up against your estimation. What do you think? That's pretty close. All right, so all right, the next thing. This is what you're going to do now. You ready? Erase your board to draw a line or go to the next page, whatever you need to do. All right, you're going to do this one by yourself, and then we're going to go over it. All right, here we go. 42 times 5. I want you to find the estimation and the actual. Okay? Estimate and the actual. So now, walk me through solving this one. First, by doing the estimation. We need to estimate our answer. All right, let's see here. Go for it, Sweet Pea. Okay, so how did you get 40? Right, so it rounds to 40. Okay. So what's the answer to 40 times 5?
200.
How did you get 200, sweetheart? Who can help him? Melody. That gives you? From the 40, right. All right, now, let's look at this one now. Why am I only drawing 2 boxes inside my one big box? Why can't I draw 15 boxes into my one big box? Why, Sophie? Right, my largest number, 42, is a 2-digit number. So that means I only need 2 boxes. If I have more than 2, that's not going to help me out. Okay? So, 42 needs to be written in expanded form. Help me with that. How would I write 42 in expanded form? How would I do that? How would I do that? Ember? 40 plus 2. Okay, and then the 5 has to go on the side. All right, what's the equation for my first box here? What is it?
It is 5 times 4.
No, it's 5 times 40, isn't it? Okay, now help me figure out what that is.
5 times 4 is 20, so just add a 0 and it's 2.
Right, where is that 0 coming from that you're just adding?
40.
The 40. Can the 5 give a 0? No, because it doesn't have a 0 attached to it. All right, now, let's look at the next one. Help me with my second box here. Help me with my second box. What is it? Let's go with Allie. What's the second box there? So how did you get that?
I added
5. Very good. Where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Johanan? Good. All right. So then, what do you think about that with our estimation? Is it close? Yeah, that's very close. So, it's right. All right. Let's see. My people on the floor. When I tell you to, you're going to put your markers and your erasers away. Keep the whiteboards.
Looks like that. You erase?
All right, here we go. Let's show her what y'all know, okay? She's going to walk around and be looking, okay? So y'all just show yourself off, okay? Okay, here we go. 26 times 9. Estimate first, then find the actual. All right, so here we go. 26 times 9. Walk me through the estimation. Walk me through the estimation. Rohan, walk me through the estimation. Turns into a 20? 30. Okay. Now what? Which is? What is it again? Okay, now what? Yeah, the 0 from the 30. Can the 9 give a 0? No. Okay, so our estimation is 270.
Yes.
All right, so let's do our box now. What number do I write across the top? The 26 or the 9? 26. And I have to write it in expanded form. Now remember when we were talking about box sizes? Which number is going to get the bigger box, the 20 or the 9? Sorry, the 20 or the 6, sorry.
20.
The 20, right. So I'm going to make my 20 box bigger. And then here comes my 6 in the second box. What goes on the side? 9. Okay, walk me through this now. Now that we got this labeled, walk us through it. Not 20 times 6, 20 times 9. Alright, so then, what is 20 times 9? Let's see. 180, because the 2 times 9 is 18. Can the 9 give a 0? Can the 20? Yes. How many? 1. Alright. Now what? Now what?
9 goes to 6.
What times 6?
9.
9 times 6, okay? What's 9 times 6?
54.
54. Now what? Add.
234.
That's pretty close to 270, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. If you are in Miss Sargent's class,